Hello and welcome. In this math tutorial, our task is to find all the real values of x that satisfy this equation. Now, before we start solving this problem, let us remember that for this equation to be defined, then this square root must be positive, which means that 7 minus x must be greater than or equal to 0. Now, from here, we have that x must be less than or equal to 7. Also, 7 minus x squared must be positive, which means that 7 minus x squared must be greater than or equal to 0. Once more, we have that x squared must be less than or equal to 7. Now, when we take square root of both sides of this inequality, we have that the absolute value of x must be less than or equal to the square root of 7. Now, the square root of 7 is approximately equal to 2.646. So this simply means that x must lie within the range minus 2.646 and plus 2.646. Now, when you look at these two conditions, you will see that the second condition is the stricter condition. So for a value of x to satisfy this equation, it must lie within this range of values. Now, the easiest way to solve this equation without solving a quartic equation is by substitution. Let us call this quantity y. That is, let y be equal to the square root of 7 minus x. Now, you know that if we square both sides of this equation, then we have that y squared is equal to 7 minus x. And of course, from the original equation, you can see that y is equal to 7 minus x squared. Now, when we rearrange this second equation, we have that x squared is equal to 7 minus y. The next thing we are going to do is to subtract the second equation from the first equation. Now, when we do that, on the left-hand side, we have y squared minus x squared. And on the right-hand side, we have 7 minus 7, which is 0. Then minus x minus y. Now, when we move these two terms over to the left-hand side, we have y squared minus x squared plus x minus y is equal to 0. Now let us look at these two terms. You will see the difference of two squares, and you know how we factorize the difference of two squares. We can factorize this as y minus x times y plus x. Now let us look at these two terms. We have minus 1. Now, x divided by minus 1 is minus x. And minus y divided by minus 1 is plus y. Now, this is still equal to 0. Now, when you look at these two terms, you'll see a common factor, which is y minus x. So we can still factorize. We have y minus x into, when you divide this term by y minus x, you are left with y plus x. And when you divide this term by y minus x, you are left with minus 1. And of course, this is equal to 0. And now that we have succeeded in factorizing the left-hand side, it's very obvious to see that either y minus x is equal to 0 or y plus x minus 1 is equal to 0. From here, we have that y is equal to x, while from here, we have that y is equal to 1 minus x. But of course, you know that y is the square root of 7 minus x. So this means that either the square root of 7 minus x is equal to x, or the square root of 7 minus x is equal to 1 minus x. So to find all the values of x, real values of course, that satisfy this equation, we simply have to solve these two equations. Now, in this first case, we start by squaring both sides of this equation to get rid of this square root. When we square, we have 7 minus x is equal to x squared. Now, let us rearrange this quadratic equation. We have x squared plus x minus 7 is equal to 0. Now, we cannot solve this quadratic equation by factorization, so let us solve it by completing the square method. Since the coefficient of x squared is already 1, the next thing to do is to move the constant term over to the right hand side. So we have x squared plus x is equal to 7. Now the next thing we are going to do is to divide the coefficient of x by 2, square it and add to both sides of the equation to complete the square on the left hand side. So we have x squared plus x plus 1 over 2 squared, and this is equal to 7 plus, now 1 over 2 squared of course is 1 over 4. 4 times 7 is 28 plus 1, that is 29, and of course we have the denominator which is 4. Now this is a perfect square, so we take 1x and we take 1/2 and we square, and this is equal to 29 over 4. Now all that is left is to take square root of both sides of this equation. When we do that, we have that x plus half is equal to plus or minus the square root of 29 over 4. Now this is equal to plus or minus the square root of 29 divided by the square root of 4, which is equal to 2. Subtracting half from both sides of this equation, we have that x is equal to minus half plus or minus root 29 over 2. So already we have two values for x. Now in the second case, once more, we begin by squaring both sides of the equation to get rid of the square root on the left hand side. When we square, we have that 7 minus x is equal to 1 minus x squared. Now from here we have that 7 minus x is equal to 1 squared is 1. 2 times 1 times minus x is minus 2x. Minus x squared is plus x squared. Now rearranging this equation, we have x squared minus 2x plus x plus 1 minus 7, and this is equal to 0. Now we have x squared minus 2x plus x is minus x. 1 minus 7 is minus 6, and this is equal to 0. Now we can solve this quadratic equation by factorization. And since the coefficient of x squared is 1, all we need to do is to find the factors of minus 6 that add up to minus 1. And those are going to be minus 3 plus 2. Because minus 3 times 2 is going to give us minus 6. While minus 3 plus 2 is going to give us minus 1. So when we factorize, we have x minus 3 times x plus 2 is equal to 0. And of course, from here we have that either x minus 3 is equal to 0 from where x is equal to 3, or x plus 2 is equal to 0 from where x is equal to minus 2. So we have two more values for x, 3 and minus 2. Now let us look at all the values of x that we have. 3 is outside this range, so it is not acceptable. Minus 2 falls within this range, so it is acceptable. Root 29 minus 1 over 2 falls within this range, so it is acceptable. Minus root 29 minus 1 over 2 falls outside this range, so it is not acceptable. So the only two values of x that satisfy this equation are this and that. And with that, we come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoy such content, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us a like to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and you can see more tutorials here.